Speakers of Heidelin is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Omeji Cat Comet, Arisu Yamakawa, Alex Franco AV, Winebow Brood, Aurora White, Psyche, Asuta Starbreeze, Cletus Oreo, Lily Black, Bob Cece, Mictor Rabentau, Anathus Moonscar, Pamela Isley, Elenriel Maximus, Codrith Novelist, Mira, Celestau Notrell, Lazy Boy, Luke Osborne, Tex, Kai Lin, Arthur Law, Beridan Derard, Cypup, Spencer Christmas, Celine DeLune, Edwin, Webster Wolf, Severa, Circa Barrakiel, Kazran, Ventos Tia, Ryark Forbear, Leighton the House, Tony, Arcadia Lunashine, Framboise Zaccaro, Bergie Fudge, Seffield Cafe, Gregorium Cartus, Eros, Uananitsa, Tyler Curlyfries, Nat Clay, Chibi Duo, Jace Adama, Rurik X3, and Rivicus. Get early access to audio and video versions of the show, including the post-show, by supporting us at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you. Good evening, Aorsians. Welcome to Speakers of Heidelin, episode 480. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Georgi Wiston, Mela Vanadar, and not Rollo Des. Rollo Des had a work thing coming up, so we have to do it without him last minute. It is November the 22nd, 2025, and today we are going to talk about a few things, one of them being the upcoming live letter XC. So yes,
good one.
They are keeping the Roman numerals probably. Well, I say probably because this is XC.
Yeah, well, I don't know why.
So
yeah, exactly. I don't know why this is necessarily the indicator that they're not going to switch once they hit to 100.
Right.
It'd be weird to switch at 90.
Yes, you're right. We'll see what happens.
It was weird to switch at 31.
That's true. That was strange. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Yoshi-P and his the comments that he made in a Korean interview about a potential
Was it an interview or was it a live letter?
I think it was a live letter. I guess maybe
it's
been both. He did a whole like interview thing as well, but I don't know if that's probably not what we're covering here. But yes. But we'll talk about the Korean thing. I mean, this is all related to the fan fest that just happened in Korea. I don't know if we'll have time for. We will definitely read one MogMail. I don't know if we'll have time for additional MogMail. Please send us MogMail, speakersofvideo.com/MogMail. Stay tuned for the post show. We'll be answering questions from the syndicate. We have quite a few today, so worth checking that out as well. Yeah, that's that. That's what we have on the menu, among other things. So let's just get into recent events and see what's been happening recently. Yes, we start with recent events. Just what we're doing.
Oh my god!
Sorry, I have to buy some time.
Oh my god!
Because I don't think our slides are correctly loaded. Because I snuck another. Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll start with.
Hey.
What does it say? Patch 7.38. Why does it say that?
Ignore the words.
Please ignore. Do not believe your eyes. All right. Let me do that. It'll be less. Oh, you can still see some of the text.
There you go.
That's good. That's good.
That's fine. I can't read that.
Live on air. Collectors, you can save 50% off on collector's edition digital upgrades until the 8th of December, guys. Huge news.
And look, the U has an arrow going up. That is nice.
Because you're upgrading. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it.
Because if you buy this, you'll be better than everyone who doesn't have it.
It's true. It is true. We're delighted to announce that Collector's Edition digital upgrades are on sale for 50% off. Don't miss out on this limited time opportunity to upgrade your game with amazing Final Fantasy themed minions, mounts, and more at a discount. This sale, I feel like they already did this once. Was this not a thing they did with the Collector's Edition?
It's fairly common, yeah. They do it every now and then.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until Monday, 8th of December, 2025 at 7 a.m. GMT, 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. This applies to all collector's edition digital upgrades. So that is A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawntrail. So upgrade now.
I like that through the first 3 expansions, or an original release of Realm Reborn, and then the following 2 expansions, you can see the drop off in collector's edition rewards.
Yeah,
quite quickly.
Yes.
And then we settled on 3 major things.
Yeah, it used to be 6. Now there's 3. Well, that's how it is. Well, it started shrinking in Heavensward as well. To be fair,
that went down to 4.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good though.
Yeah, worth.
I generally like the mounts and the minions.
I mean, worth upgrading if you don't have, any of them. You get some nice in-game items and mounts. I know people like mounts.
It's a decent price for what you're getting if you consider things on the Mog Station to be overpriced.
Yes,
that's true as well.
Yes. So there you go. That's. Whoa! Go get it. Go get it. Okay. Now I can do this. All right. Letter from the producer live part.
XC.
C. Set for December 5th. I think it's time to stop saying the number just to get you to work a little in your brain. Like, what is XC? Remember
10 before 100.
10 before 100. Very good, Mela. Very good. It is number 90, set for December 5th. The next letter from the producer live will bring you the latest gameplay and information on patch 7.4 Into the Mist, scheduled to release on Tuesday, the 16th of December. That is on the 5th of December, GMT, 11 a.m. GMT. That's 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. Early. That's usually when it is if it's in Japan. So it's like noon for me.
Yeah, it's normally around that time.
Noon for me, meaning noon Central European time, I mean. And noon, that would be 7 a.m. Eastern for America, I think. I think it's 7 a.m.
Very early for America.
Yes.
You have to get up for this.
Yes. Or is it 6 now?
You'll have to stay up late in Australia.
7.4 part 2. It's 6 a.m. Yeah, 7.4 part 2. That's it. That's what we're getting. A lot of demonstrations usually during this part. We'll get the trailer, the story trailer, the patch trailer.
This is the good one.
Yes. I don't remember what he was.
Demos of in-game stuff as well.
There's something specific that he was gonna demo this time.
The variant dungeon.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the variant dungeon. Was that the main? Is there something new coming in this patch that he wanted to show off as well? I don't remember if he said.
Maybe the raid finder.
Oh, that's it. That's what I'm thinking about. Raid planner. That's it. We're gonna see it live, guys. I can't
so
wait
excited.
For one thing. Yeah, no, same.
I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to revolutionize the raid scene.
Yeah, the new Frontlines map as well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That too. Yes.
The Urkapachi one.
Yeah. And of course, he's going to show off the live demo, the housing stuff. Oh, wait.
Oh.
So yeah, that's on December 5th. So make sure you tune in for that. We're going to cover it. You can hang out with us while we watch Yoshi-P doing Yoshi-P things with Foxconn, presumably. Okay, so that's that. Now to some very exciting news.
Oh,
I didn't want to cover this.
No, usually we would not cover this, but Mela suggested
I thought we always do. No, I thought we always do cover it.
I think we tend to skip these now, but you know what?
I don't know anymore.
It's been so long.
The same thing.
It's been so long. I think that's what's happening to your brain, Mela. You're starting to you're thinking back, because we used to cover this when this was a bigger deal. But let's do it.
Some people might not know.
Some you may not know that there are upcoming changes to Elegant Tomestones. The new Tomestone, as you all know, is Elegant Tomestones of Mnemonics will be added, which can only be obtained after reaching level 100 with at least one class or job. So here's what's happening. Okay? Mathematics will be obtainable and exchangeable for items. It is replacing
It's not
heliometry.
replacing anything. It's still here.
Oh, that's just here, but it becomes sort of the lower
It
tier.
becomes a secondary.
It becomes the new heliometry.
It takes over the spot for heliometry. Heliometry will no longer be obtainable or exchangeable for items, can be exchanged for elegant tomestones of mathematics after the release of patch 7.4. You know the deal.
And probably through to the release of the next expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have not exchanged your Tomestones of Aesthetics, this is your last chance to do so, because they will be removed with the release of patch 7.4. If you still have some and you don't exchange them, there's no point in hoarding them because they literally just disappear. So go exchange those for some bonus. Well, in this case, you'll get bonus mathematics, I guess. Is it no, heliometry? I think maybe you get.
You'll get heliometry.
Yeah.
I wonder if they keep that number is still kept somewhere within the bird's nest of code that is this game, because it does. As you can tell, when they bring back the Fall Guys event, it keeps track of your Fall Guys currency. So I'm wondering if they bother to just like delete it altogether, and like that part of the code is actually just gone, or they just like do that thing that makes the code ignorable
I reckon they keep it. I reckon there's a
I have
database
a
where they have
feeling-
every type.
Like old legacy characters, like they have like a table and it's just like an endless, because they never remove anything. All data is stored forever. That would be very funny and very 14. So yeah.
No wonder they need all that server space.
Okay, so the aesthetics and then poetics obviously will stay until the end of time. Poetics is forever.
I mean, there's limitless poems from the Allegan era.
It's true.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah. The cap for mathematics will be removed, as is to be expected.
The
Heliometry.
weekly cap.
Yeah.
Yes. Maximum inventory limit of 2,000 still applies. Heliometry becomes unobtainable. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else
That's
worth
it.
saying. That's
Yeah.
it.
Not
That's
really.
it. Yeah. So there you go. Rest
Why
in peace.
have they never made
Heliometry.
tomestones exchangeable in places other than Mordona?
It's weird, isn't it? Well, it's a way to keep Mordona busy, I guess. So busy, quote unquote, for a
The
short
action
burst of
of
time.
exchanging tomes can only be performed there based on how they wrote the game, probably.
It makes sense lore-wise, I guess. Yeah. It's nice
Does it?
too to visit Mordona. You know, you normally I'd never
Rowena's
go there.
everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Well, yeah.
The House of Splendors, it even has a base on Occult Crescent. We could do it there.
Rowena herself is only in Mordona, no?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No,
No,
she's
she's
in
also in
the
Idleshire.
Idleshire, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck. There's two
Because
Rowenas.
they were going to have to follow us around everywhere, and then
They are two
Yeah,
Rowenas.
and then they decided that's silly, but to counteract the fact that it doesn't make sense, they put a Ethernet shard behind her in both of those zones. So that's how she gets
That's how
around,
she gets around.
supposedly.
Yeah. There are two Rowenas inside you.
Geralt wishes.
I wish. yeah.
God. He wishes. All right, we'll move on from that with the Tomestones. Okay. DDoS. We love it, folks. We're giving you an update on the DDoS attacks because there's a funny announcement posted to the Lodestone announcing the recovery from...
The supposed conclusion of this attack.
Yes. It's a standard, this has been resolved post. During the time below, we were experiencing network technical difficulties due to a DDoS attack. Players may have experienced the following issues as a result. We will continue to monitor the situation and work with ISPs to come up with countermeasures. Now, what's noteworthy is the time period noted here. So it says November 5th, 2025, 4:24 a.m. till November 14th, 2025 at 11:30 a.m. GMT. That is an insanely long time during which player may have experienced the following issues: disconnections from the NA data center worlds, difficulty logging in to NA data center worlds, and difficulty accessing, sending, and receiving data from NA data centers.
That's wild.
Yes.
It is wild.
Yeah, it is wild. I think, I mean, again, we talked about this last week. Like, what can you do? Like,
well, that's the thing.
You can't really do anything when it happens, but it's sad that people are doing that. It's just annoying, you know? Like,
exactly.
But they're trying to extort for money or something, is probably, and it's just bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it ever works. I think in most cases, companies just let it happen, and then yeah.
I mean, as I said last week, it's not just that. It's also to show to some like cybersecurity or cyber attack like organizations that like you can do this.
Yes.
Pay us money, and we'll do it to your enemies.
Yes.
Yeah. Their target market's not really the people they're attacking.
Yeah. So that's
rarely, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's resolved for now.
It may come back.
Mark. It may come back.
Come on, DDoSers, go for the record.
No, please do not. We do not want more. But I'm sure it will. I mean, DDoS.
Try Guild Wars 2.
No, please.
Don't bully Guild Wars 2.
They don't need that.
Bully Ion 2.
Oh yeah, Ion. Yeah, bully Ion 2. Actually, you're right there. Fuck those guys.
God. Yeah, so there you go. Sorry to everyone who struggled. It seems primarily NA was affected, which explains why I never felt anything.
And as I said last week, it was such a intermittent attack.
Yes.
Like every maybe like 6 to 12 hours, a single disconnect, everyone leaves, everyone gets back in.
Yeah.
Everything's back to normal, but whatever you're doing was fucked over as a result of it, specifically if you were doing a deep dungeon.
Yeah.
It's so like it feels pointless on such a long cycle.
Yeah.
It just annoys people for like a few minutes twice a day. You know, it's stupid.
Yep. But that's what they want, because you don't really bother logging in after being kicked like 3 times. You know, you're like, I'll play something else. That's what they want. So yeah, there you go. DDoS is that's what we do now. You know, we have to just live with the DDoS stuff happening. Back in my day, you know, back in the old days, there were no DDoS attacks on 14. Those were the days. DDoS really started happening around Shadowbringers is when I remember it like really starting to take off.
When people started playing it, yeah.
Yeah. When people started playing it. So there you go. DDoS.
I mean, it's not like there are people DDoSing EverQuest 2. You don't DDoS people that have small communities.
Or when you first started this game, there were about 87 players. What's the point? But now it's,
I mean,
you know, now it's 33 million.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
You know, it's a big audience.
Yeah. In 1.0, you're probably right, Mel. We were dangerously close at some point.
Especially to the end of its
being
life.
sub 100, yeah.
I mean, a DDoS in 1.0 times could have been the end of the game.
A DDoS in 1.0 would have, once it had been initiated, could have taken hours before it took effect go through that labyrinth of a network.
A DDoS would be devastating from 1.0. It would break just the server. Like it would just we would lose the game essentially.
It wouldn't surprise me if the architecture of 1.0 was actively DDoSing the servers it was servicing.
Yes.
The Tanaka way.
Poor Tanaka. Yeah, God. All right. Anyway, DDoS. Big on DDoS. All right. We're going to move on. There was an interview recently with
Sena Bryer.
Was it with Sena Bryer? Yes.
It is. They have not released the full interview. Oh. This is an excerpt from their future interview. Remember, I told you earlier. And
wait, trial of the interview.
Me, we were annoyed because.
Okay, let's see. Wrong? We were supposed to have 2 interviews, and I seem to have completely replaced the other one. There's only a link for one of them. Okay. Well, this is a different source now. This is from the gamer now. So this might actually be the full interview.
Interviews, by the way.
I don't know. I did that post because we were going to discuss it during. A lot happened during pre-stream chat, and I didn't have time. I wanted two sources because the first source was from a very unknown source. Is what I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the same interview that it's sourcing from, so we're good. Sorry, backstage talk. Okay. This is from the gamer. No, this is the correct one. No, this is... sorry, I'm talking about the main story. The main story we're getting to later, Georgi. There was supposed to be two sources there. There's only one, I noticed when I scrolled down. There's a problem for future
that's what confused me, because I'm pretty sure this is what we always have for this particular...
Lots going on here.
A lot's happening. There's a lot of stuff. All right. Wuk Lamat actor says Yoshi-P apologized for the abuse she faced for playing the character in Final Fantasy XIV. Last year, Final Fantasy XIV actress Sena Bryer suffered a spate of vile transphobic abuse and death threats online following her portrayal of Wuk Lamat in the MMO. The abuse was so bad, the game's director, Yoshi-P, said it broke his heart, calling on players to stop posting demoralizing abuse towards its actors, with Square later threatening legal action against those who perpetrate similar behaviors. Speaking to the gamer as part of a larger piece in which she will be featured in, Bryer has detailed her first encounter with the legendary director, saying the two shared a conversation in which he apologized to her on behalf of the team. Wuk Lamat actor... Huh? Oh, it has an... Oh, sorry. It has headings.
Article headline.
Yeah. When it began, Bryer actually brought the abuse to Square's attention, conscious that it could damage the company's IP. Bryer told the team that there's a narrative they're trying to push, and they're saying things about you as well. Square assured Bryer that it was on the case. It wasn't until a little later, though, at this year's Anime Expo in Los Angeles, that Bryer got to meet Yoshi-P, calling the director very kind. I did meet Yoshi-P for the first time at Anime Expo. We arranged a meeting, and he was like, I want to apologize on behalf of the team for what happened to you. He was very kind, and he had a very kind little talk about it, she said. The friendship was then made official by Bryer, who was able to give Yoshi-P a gift. I gave him a bead necklace someone made for me that is 8 feet long and says the entire "Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMO Final Fantasy XIV" meme in its entirety, she said, adding he really didn't know what to do with it. Despite
a lot to have to carry around.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah, it's just a handful of beads.
Yeah. Despite the abuse, Bryer says she has no regrets for taking the role, and that the bad things that have happened have been outnumbered 200 to 1, including receiving 100 positive Twitter DMs for every bad one. Her only concern is the potential lasting impact of the fallout from playing Wuk Lamat. I've heard people say things like, I don't know if I want to do voice acting because of what happened to Sena, she said. That is the last thing I want to hear an up-and-coming voice actress say, because that is what happened to me back in the early 2000s with Maddie Blaustein, who was nearly fired for being...
Yeah. Her name is Maddie with D's.
Oh,
this
Maddie.
Okay.
Maddie Blaustein, who was nearly fired for being the voice of Meowth for being trans. I do not want to perpetrate this cycle.
Yes, Maddie Blaustein transitioned during her tenure as Meowth's voice actor.
Yes.
So she was not under that name or identity when she first began portraying the character, and it was obviously, as children, we wouldn't have really known about it, but it was it was a relatively well-known thing within the industry at the time.
Yeah. It is, yeah, I didn't know that. Well, and it's irrelevant.
In the early 2000s.
It is irrelevant. But yeah, this is, I mean, we know that this has been pretty bad. I'm
glad that she has no regrets and is looking at the positive parts of it.
I think that's a very healthy perspective to take, because I think it's for many people, I think it's very easy to see all the positive feedback, and then even if the one negative one can really break through in a unfortunate way, but she's able to look at it the other way around.
Yes.
That's really good.
Yes. this has obviously become like an issue that is so deeply tied to Dawntrail now. Like you can't. There is, I'm sure the comments are going to be lovely just because we've even brought up Wuk Lamat now. But a lot of people will hide behind this like shield of being like, oh, I just don't like the voice. And that's fair, but also trying to ignore the fact that a lot of the hate towards this voice actress is because of who she is. That is real. And you have to understand that that's why people get a little weird when you start going really hard, on this voice actress. Sometimes context does change things. So maybe moderate yourself a little bit when you know that this is someone who's in a vulnerable position. And it's so bad that Square Enix, a Japanese company, is like having to do like legal threats to protect one of their employees. That means that it's real. And what we're going to do something we never do, just to show you how deep this rot goes. I was kind of shocked to learn this, but there is a creator from 14, a 14 creator, who is openly transphobic. This is one of the biggest out there. Well, I say that biggest out there. He's big, is what I'll say. He's got a big following. He even has a affiliate thing with the like chair, the 14 chair.
The Secret Labs.
The Secret Labs 14
you might already know who this person is. He talks a lot on Twitter, I think. A lot of bigoted comments on Twitter. Llama Todd. He plays WoW too. But this is someone who's, let me just say again, he has he plays 14. Well, maybe he doesn't play it anymore, but he does still like have like a partner thing with the like Secret Lab where they sell the 14 chair. It's on his like page, and I'm just gonna play this this clip, and you tell me if this is normal behavior for you. Here we go.
I can repeat the things that I've said about Wuk Lamat, and I'll say it again. Wuk Lamat is a man who hates cats, and did a bad job of, in my opinion, of the voice acting in Dawntrail. It's pretty bad. I can repeat the things that I've said about Wuk Lamat.
That's whoops. It's repeating. Okay, and now I'm going to switch to another one. Okay. Oh.
Which is the voice actor for Sena Bryer, or for Wuk Lamat, Sena Bryer is a man, and that's not transphobic to say. That's just a reality. They're a man pretending to be a woman, but they will never be a woman. Okay, they lack the chromosomes to be a woman. So that isn't transphobic to say. That's just objectively the truth.
Okay. So there you go.
I don't. It's such a confusing. I don't know how to react to this because even from just like a logical standpoint, I don't know what he thinks transphobic means if what he's saying is not transphobic.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a fumbling way to try and somehow save face, but also say the most heinous thing possible.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite add up.
Well, the thing is, the fact that he brings up this is not transphobic means that he knows what he's doing. So he's doing it on purpose. I mean, it is. This is the core of what a lot of the hate was for Wuk Lamat. And I know a lot of people are going to keep digging their heels in and be like, I didn't like the voice. That's fine. But you have to understand that there is another layer on top. And I'm getting pissed because I'm so tired of it. Because every time we bring it up, people's like, no, but I just don't like the voice. Well, fuck off. That's not what we're talking about now. We're talking about something else. Something a little more serious than you being like, oh, didn't like the voice. Irrelevant to the discussion right now. This is about someone being attacked for being who they are. Okay? Let's just put some, priorities here. That's the problem. And we need to acknowledge that that's happening. This is like a big person. Like, this is a big creator. We haven't really talked about this because every time we do, the comment section explodes and like, fuck, every time, dude. But at some point, someone has to say something. We have to acknowledge that this is rot in our own community, and it's there. And you saying that you don't like the voice actor, fine. I don't, or the voice, whatever. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the other thing, the thing that you're so conveniently ignoring every time we talk about it. This. So there you go. Be nice. Just be nice. It's not hard. Be like, okay, I didn't like the voice.
Hard.
Let's fucking move on. Like, let's move on. You know, and leave it. I don't like Wuk Lamat. Fine. There's characters in 14 I don't like, but I don't harp on about it forever.
But there's nothing to do with the people behind them.
No, it's when they go after the voice actor that's...
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's the weird part. And this one has been especially bad. So... Huge
props to Square for looking into legal action there, because that's a big step. That's not, certainly most American companies wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Props to Yoshi-P for apologizing on behalf of his community, which some people would say he doesn't need to do, but partially he does. He is... in many ways responsible for us.
Yes.
I'm not surprised that he would do that. He's talked about he's talked similarly about how I can't remember if it was an instance of him seeing a trans person in Japan and then like seeing like someone's a child and their mother saying to like stay away from them, and him being upset about that. Like I would be surprised if Yoshi-P ever like condoned any kind of commentary like this.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Yes.
So good on them, and good on, the nice people, the people who have approached Sena and tried to add a positive spin on all of this negativity. So that's nice. But my God, the fact it got to this stage is really embarrassing as someone who's been playing this game for a long fucking time, thinking that it was, full of genuinely decent people for the most part. And it's not a modern thing, because people will kind of spin like, oh, well, when the game got big, all the horrible people came. There'll be people who've been playing this game since the beginning who
for sure,
say things like that.
For sure.
This is a problem that runs deep. So always call it out when you see it. And
people,
don't allow this.
I was just gonna say, it's a thing that like you will have been able to observe globally to a certain extent.
That's true.
People, there are certain people that have always had certain opinions, but when more vocal people are in a community are able to say these things out loud, they can always feel like, oh, I've always felt this way, and like expand that negative space, I guess.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. They've been enabled by some of these horrible grifters.
Yes. It's again, it's okay to not like a character. Like, I don't like, I never liked Lise when Lise started, but you'd never see me go after the voice actress. Like, that's insane levels of like something's wrong with you. Like, leave the voice actors alone. If you don't like a character, you say, I don't like the character because this and that reason. Fine. And there's this weird like shielding that people do when they say they don't like Wuk Lamat, and if we start talking about like people are being transphobic to the voice actors, like, oh, I just think Wuk Lamat was very shit. It's like, okay, calm down, it's fine. We can have two conversations. Yeah. We can discuss two things at once. I don't know. Relax. Be nice. It's not hard to be nice.
Very, very easy.
Yeah. Well, I'm considering this now. Do you think that's even relevant now, Georgi? I find it hard because we don't have any sources. Maybe we have to save this for the bigger conversation that we
can save it. That's fine.
Yeah, we can save it for a later conversation.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That's all right.
We'll get back to this in another episode.
Yes.
But yeah, there you go. It is. You should be. We should all be ashamed that our community has done this, because this reflects on all of us, because people will see this from the outside and be like, okay, that kind of community.
You don't want to be thought of in that way.
No, It's
well,
like
we will be.
And you know that's a stigma that, for instance, WoW has had for many years, is that it's a very, like, even though they have...
Super toxic community.
They have LGBTQ plus
say.
groups in WoW as well that are there, and we obviously...
WoW's super gay in many ways. WoW has a lot of representation, too, within its lore.
Yeah.
And I think the devs for WoW have always been pretty good, generally.
That's often been the case with situations like this, is that like you often hear very good things about like the developers or the people that are directly tied to the creation of a product, and then it's the people that are at the top that like are in full control of like a company that like you hear the more negative things about.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very sad.
Yes. It's just sad when it happens like this, because I think a lot of creators are worried about bringing it up, because, and I know that we're going to get a lot of that now. We're going to get a lot of
that's true, but fuck it.
Angry comment. Yeah, fuck it. I've been here for 10 years now. Just do it and get it over with, and then we'll hold any bad comments and I'll just delete it. I'll be up deleting comments when this goes live on YouTube. Fuck you. Okay. That's that bit out of the way. MogMail. We do have one MogMail. It's hard to move on. It's hard to just clear that out of your system.
Come down from that.
We'll get back. We'll talk more in depth about this issue in a later episode. We kind of want Rollo here for that as well.
Yes.
But okay, MogMail. Let's hope I have some MogMail ready for us. I think I should have. We'll find out. Let's see if we have a MogMail to read as a palate cleanser. No, that's wrong. That's the wrong MogMail. No. Okay, so we didn't have any MogMail
last week.
Let me see. I mean, just hold on a black screen. That's fine. That's not a problem. It's supposed to be from Eli Valken. Eli Valken? Could that be it?
Eli Valken.
Well, we can't see what you're looking at.
No, I'm talking to my... Okay, I'm gonna have to read this. I don't have time to scrub through the MogMail. This is from Eli Valken from Hyperion. Hey, speakers, I was thinking about something. The first has Sin Eaters, where ether goes stagnant, and Voidsent, where ether goes haywire. And we have Levin Sickness, where ether is super lightningified. So then, why don't we have some kind of lightning-aspected creature or transformation? Also not bald. My hair's gone grey since hitting middle age, but it's still there.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's nice to add to the board counter for Rollo's sake.
Yeah.
I think this is such a good point, because Voidsent and Sin Eaters are pretty iconic now, and there must be other aspected transformative things that happen to you. Maybe no one's like peaked far enough onto the lightning.
Well, because we didn't lose this world either.
That's true, yeah.
I guess we didn't lose the first either, so...
But the Sin Eaters were from the lost parts of it, weren't they? They were the...
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Like, maybe if we ever do go to the 9th at some point and we break through the barrier, there's just like lightning aspected monstrosities everywhere we look.
Yeah. We very well go there for 8.0. You never know.
Yeah.
I just don't know what they'd look like. They'd be pretty cool, though.
Yeah. They'd be purple, probably.
Is it?
They'd be probably purple, yeah.
Which I've not had enough of.
Chad is correct. The drowned pirates have been flooded with water elements from Leviathan. I think some of the things in Yuiwata's field station, I think, might have been lightning aspected in either the first section or the final section, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my memory.
Yeah, there's possibly things in Heritage Founders Zone that are somewhat corrupted by lightning.
Yeah.
But I suppose the idea of a human transforming into a big lightning thing hasn't happened.
I think all the machinery that all the robots and stuff that like attack you that are like aggressive in Heritage Found are supposed to have been like driven haywire by the lightning.
Yeah.
We could have it one day, but I mean, it's a good point. I'd be interested to see what all the kind of aspects do to the Eorzean form.
Yeah,
because the Sin Eaters had a lot of aspects of the person, kind of in some ways, but some of them didn't have it at all. Like Tesleen, was a little bit like Tesleen, but like the cardinal. No, they weren't cardinals.
Yeah, what about the people that just turned into like just mobs, regular mobs? Like they weren't interesting enough. They had no personality.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with Voidsent. You can like evolve into a more powerful Voidsent. All of the 4 fiends did that.
That's true.
They were like just like generic Voidsent enemies prior to their transformations into the ones we actually fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
On the first animals and non-humanoid creatures turned into Sin Eaters, like essentially, or Sin light aspected versions.
Yeah.
But are all of the monsters on the Void humans originally, or
No, I would suspect not.
Or are some of them animals too? Maybe like the sort of weirder looking ones.
Well, see, here's the thing about Voidsent compared to Sin Eaters is that Voidsent consume other Voidsent.
That's true.
So if you are going by the logic that like in real life humans are the apex predators of the land, then like it's possible that humans turned Voidsent had the intelligence to take out all of the Voidsent that would have been originated from animals, and therefore they have all adopted a human level of intelligence to some degree.
Right.
That's probably true, yeah. With the time that's passed, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if we get any other. I wonder. Because when you turn into a Voidsent, what exactly happens? Is it just because the balance of? Because in to become a Sin Eater, the Sin Eater consumes your. How does this process work again? My brain can't...
Your ether becomes imbalanced towards an aspect, and I'm not too sure why, but
I don't
transformation.
I could be mistaken. Maybe this actually does happen in the lunar subterranean, in the Troyan part. Troyan part of... Is it Troya? No.
Troya.
The city of Troya.
Troya? I think it is.
What's in the lunar subterranean?
Oh, that
was a different dungeon.
Oh God, you're asking difficult questions now.
Because I think maybe we see people get Baron, thank you.
Baron.
Thank you, chat. Yes. I think we see people transform into Sin Eaters during that, but like, I think for the most part, Sin Eaters don't actively do that when they attack people. They just consume their ether.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So Right. So I'm just trying to figure out how this would happen in like a lightning aspected way if they could turn into lightning creatures. But we'll see.
Because I think that might be the difference. Because I don't think that in the instance of Voidsent or Sin Eaters, it's a result of being over aspected in an element.
Right.
No,
it's the result of being quickened or. The opposite of quickened, stagnated.
Yeah.
Because astral and umbral, light and dark, are non-elemental. They're separate concepts.
Yes, that's true. Okay, well there you go. We'll see if there's more. This is the first time we're dealing with a planet that has been not like hit by like a more basic element. If you can, light and dark to me are like. More nebulous things, while lightning is like lightning. So,
I mean, in some Final Fantasies they were elements, so it's annoying in this one.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you, Eli Valken. from Hyperion. Please send us more MogMail. speakersxiv.com/MogMail. Okay, big news for 14. Yoshi-P counting down for a potential another Dollar Moon. So Yoshi-P has stated essentially that there might be an overhaul coming to 14. Specifically, I believe he may have said. Well, let's just read the interview. We have two here, and I was just wondering if we should. Which I think the other one is longer and has more information on it than the other one. Maybe we can link both in the video.
I think the PC Gamer one covers most of what the second article also covers.
Okay. 14 director Naoki Yoshida has big plans for the MMO after Dawntrail's rough spots, hinting at a Realm Reborn style overhaul. This is big news.
That's a big idea.
Yeah.
Haven't you always wanted a Cataclysm, Naylor?
You all get to
Catherine, WoW was the worst fucking
that's true. That's true.
It was so depressing.
Yeah, that's true. Final Fantasy XIV has been in a bit of a weird state. Endwalker's post-launch patches failed to hit the ground running, despite the main expansion absolutely nailing the climax of its 10-year story. Dawntrail carried these problems forward, and with a lukewarm main quest, it couldn't rest on that good old patch story hype to keep folks enthused. Things have been improving, slowly but surely, with Creative Studio 3 seemingly keen to experiment and shake things up after years of stale, sluggish formula, and it looks like those efforts are continuing. That's per an interview with Korean outlet Inven, wherein Naoki Yoshida, Yoshi-P, spoke on the subject. I should note that the following quotes are machine translated, so the exact meaning is to be taken with a grain of salt, but it certainly looks like Yoshi-P is working on something big. So this is a quote. Final Fantasy XIV is now moving forward into its next decade. We have a fan festival planned, and we have some pretty big announcements lined up. With the determination to embark on a second iteration, we're rethinking everything from scratch to evolve the game with new goals. I don't need to read the context. We know the context of 1.0 on this channel. Yoshi-P invoking this sort of language actually means something. In op-eds I've written about this game, I've noted that 14's problem is that its history repeating itself, nowhere near as dramatically as it did in the 1.0 days, mind, but still 1.0 operated on outdated assumptions about what MMO players wanted, and present-day Final Fantasy XIV has been doing the same. Guess we'll discuss this when we're done with the interview, but that's an interesting point. Yoshi-P appears to recognize this. In the past, MMORPGs were built around repetitive tasks known as grinding and time-consuming gameplay. However, things have changed since World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV as well. He then goes on to
grinding.
He then goes on to mention the elegant Tomestone system, which typically lets player grab 450 Tomestones a week for gear as the weekly incentive to keep logging in. However, he seems to understand that players' priorities have changed. Quote, to put it bluntly, even 450 elegant Tomestones might not be particularly meaningful to those who don't care about item level. Therefore, we could consider exchanging them for mounts, attractive gear, and other items. I believe these things, which have been taken for granted until now, can be taken to a higher level in online game services and entertainment, and that's why I'm currently considering this direction. Okay. I'm absolutely reading patterns in the tea leaves here, but to my eyes, it seems akin to 14 shifting over to what I've seen other MMOs do, broadening the pool of rewards and making every patch release feature something for everybody. Right now, if you don't care about gear in 14, you've not really got much reason to do your daily roulettes. Contrast this with, say, WoW's trading post system. Do almost anything in that game and you'll get access to monthly cosmetic rewards. If my soothsaying is right, I'm on board. FF14 often seems like a solid, well-built stick without a proper carrot. Fun, a carrot. Fun, engaging fights with no real reasons to keep doing them. Variant dungeons you put away once you've explored them. Leveling dungeons that vanish into the ether once you've got your jobs to level 100. Exploration zones that go underused if they aren't part of the relic weapon grind cycle. It doesn't use the whole cow.
not the right ether, is it, Mailer?
No. It's
no.
It's the Earth ether.
Well, no, that's our ether, yeah.
Yeah. As for the scale, whether we're talking a full Realm Reborn style reboot is up to interpretation. Other translations use reborn language, but I highly doubt Creative Studio 3 is going to drop a second moon on Eorzea.
But the Alloperates have had it too good for too long.
True.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
What is interesting is this tidbit. MMORPGs are a genre that requires a lot of time, so I don't think they're well suited for today's times. Many pioneers have already played for a long time, and catching up requires a significant investment of time, which is difficult. I don't think it's acceptable to not experience the joy of a game unless you invest hundreds of hours. Okay, well, we don't need to read the rest. So that's...
I thought PC Game was a UK-based article.
Well...
I said tidbit rather than titbit.
Oh, Americans. So yeah, that's very interesting. I will have to say that the 1.0 comparison is a little. I mean, 1.0 launched with those features at the time. Like it launched as an old fart. But I can see what they mean though. 14 is going stale.
1.0 launched in an outdated form. You could argue that 14, as it has become outdated in comparison to what other people are playing instead of MMOs these days. Because MMOs, as we know them, are not really a genre that continues to release.
No, that's true. Yeah.
People are getting more into games as a service type things. Where there's lots to do.
Live service games have very much supplanted MMOs as like the game that people spend countless hours in.
Yeah.
As opposed to playing many other games.
Yes. There's a lot of stuff that's been like held, like that's just like he's bringing the Tomestone system up. We've talked about the Tomestone system many times before.
It's going forever.
Yeah, it's just an endless. It's the system that has never changed. It has been the exact same since like it hasn't
really been interesting since then either.
No, it's
the longer this game's gone on, the less I've really cared about my eye level increasing as well.
Yeah,
like
same.
It's always a meaningless number.
Yeah,
unless I'm actively progging, I don't really care about my eye level.
No, yeah, the only real progression thing is like leveling your classes every expansion. That's to me that's the most meaningful thing. But then you cap that, and then you're like, okay, get on that.
I know, I miss it right now.
Yeah, you went.
Well, maybe you shouldn't
hard.
have gotten so into Dawntrail.
Yeah, you
I know, yes. Sorry for enjoying the game.
Or
enjoyed it too much.
Mailer, have an alt where you have to do it all over again,
That's
like I do.
You can do that.
You just said you missed it, and you just said,
Dawnwood Red, it's time. It's time.
Dawnwood Red, it's time, guys.
It's time. There is another aspect to this. We know that the PS4, the bells are tolling for the PS4 version of 14 because PlayStation
against
Store
their will.
Yes,
that's
PlayStation Store will end its service in March. In March. No, I keep saying March. I just read it. I'm very distracted now. It's in spring. I keep saying March, but it's in spring at some point. I'm not sure the exact date.
March is spring.
March is spring, so I'm just guessing.
Yes, but March is more specific than spring, which is more vague.
True.
It is springish. It's in the spring, which means that 14 will no longer be able. You can't purchase 14 essentially on the PS4.
Well, you can't. They won't be able to update it.
No. So that essentially means that the next expansion probably is going to launch without. Well, it would be insanity to launch with PS4 support because I don't know how they would. I don't know if it updates. It updates through the PS4 updater, right? So yeah.
Yes,
so
yes, it does. Work. But I don't think they. Yeah, they can't do that anymore. I think they. I mean, I think we've talked about this in a previous podcast, but I don't remember when exactly this happened. Yoshi-P did say that they weren't planning on getting rid of the PS4 for the next expansion, but I think that it's happening against what they wanted based on this.
I mean, they don't really. If it comes to a point when they literally can't update the game. They can't service it anymore because it just will stop functioning. So they don't really have a choice.
So it seems also that PS4 support might have to end before the expansion because it's
they probably won't get the 0.5. I think, depending on when it comes out.
Yeah,
I could be misremembering, but I think he might have even said it might have been 7.5 that will be. 7.4 might be the last patch you get on PS4, possibly.
Yeah. So again,
how infuriating.
Yeah,
especially if you bought it on PS4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure that maybe they'll do the campaign that they did before, where you get like I mean, again, it means nothing because you still have to buy a PS5, but you can get a free license upgrade to a PS5 at least. I guess that's something. But they did that for the PS3 to PS4, and I'm sure they have that. Well, it hasn't happened yet, so I guess they'll probably do the same thing.
They'll do it for sure.
Yeah, and that means that might put some more, Is
the PS4 holding us back though?
Possibly.
I don't think so at this point.
I mean, I don't know.
There are weaker PCs that they're still catering to than the PS4.
I feel like the changes he's talking about are more like horizontal progression type things.
Actually, no, because Windows 10 has ended service, which means that PS14 no longer supports Windows 10. Remember, we read that announcement.
That's true.
And Windows 11 can only run on computers that follow very specific upgrades, which will lift the minimum for computers now. So I think we might be looking.
That is bringing up the Xbox Series S.
That's true.
That's a fairly weak one.
That's going to hold us back for now, I guess, and that's only recently been released. So they're going to be in a weird position where they're going to. Oh God, this is going to be interesting. Well, the Xbox.
I still don't think that it's technical issues that are holding us back in regards to the hardware. I think it's technical issues just from a development side.
Yeah. I'm just saying that
the idea of a Realm Reborn is very exciting, or a new,
Yeah.
Use words like that is very exciting, but
yes,
temper yourself as well.
Yes, of course.
But he brings up some cool things, like he brings up the trading post from WoW, which is a fun formula.
Yes.
I mean, how does the trading post work? Can you explain it for people that have not played WoW?
For non-WoW players.
Every month there's a monthly reward, like a mount or like an armor set, and you go and you do anything you want. And you tick off little missions, and it makes your score go up, and then you've won. And you gain
anything you want.
Almost anything.
Missions because missions makes it more sound specific than that.
That's specific, but it'll be almost anything in the game. Leveling quests, I do 50 quests, gather 20 herbs, whatever. Like so, almost anything in the game will get you stuff. And then you get these little tokens as well. And every month they also have a rotating stock of like collectibles you can purchase with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you gain the amount or whatever as well.
Excuse me, I think we have a system like that. It's called Wondrous Tales. Well, not Wondrous Tales. What's the other one?
Faux Hollows.
Faux Hollows. Yes.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right.
It would kind of be like bringing back the veteran rewards in a way. Which I miss a bit.
Well, veteran rewards don't require you to do anything. I think that these actually require you to do things in-game, thankfully.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This month you can get a turkey mount for Thanksgiving.
Something that I don't think they should take a lot of things necessarily from live service games, but I do think something that they should do is, and I know this is a slippery slope because a lot of these end up getting a paid version, but I think an unpaid version of a battle pass would be interesting, especially if it had specific things that it requires you to do each month.
Yeah.
Or like weekly/daily challenges.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of the PvP series, but I think we all have to admit that it's reward-wise not very good because it has like 5 rewards.
Yeah.
And the rest is just the shit crystals no one cares about.
That you can't get fucking rid of. You have to keep buying wolf collars.
So I've got 105 wolf collars. And I still don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
I would love it if the MogTome event is expanded in a way that like it happens more than just during the last month before the next patch.
I would be
method. Not necessarily exactly the same, because I think that would eventually cause people to start just ignoring it. But like, then I think there's something there that they could use to keep the game alive.
Yes.
I think a seasonal version of that, like every 3 months, that's a long enough period for people to not fear any, like, you know, that they're missing out on it. It doesn't have. You shouldn't have to play for 3 months to get everything. You should be able to get it done within a few weeks, probably. But you know, something to work towards. I like that idea.
Yeah, I also have to say that Yoshi-P mentioning repurposing Tomestones is interesting, because he's not talking about like adding cash shop items. He's saying like for gear and stuff. He's like, oh yeah, what if we could use Tomestones to get mounts? He could do like monthly mounts for Tomestones, maybe. It would be rotating, because there's no way they would make. The thing is, I don't think they this is me being, you know, very pessimistic, but there's no way they would make like exclusive rewards every month for the system. That wouldn't happen. We'd have
you don't know about that. We've got earrings for days in the system that we haven't seen.
That's true. They could just do like different.
Could be a monthly minion.
Different chokers. Oh, what if they like introduce
we don't have very good necklaces,
the girly choker from like the early 2000s?
Yes.
You know those you know the tight. I don't know what they're just chokers, but they're made of
making
plastic.
a comeback, I think.
They are making a comeback.
The ones that look. Are you talking about the ones that look like tattoos?
Yes,
almost. Yeah, because they're like right on the skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it wasn't monthly though, and if it was every 2 or 3 months, I think they could keep up that cadence. 4 new mounts a year for the system.
I think you'd want 2 per patch cycle. I think, because otherwise that's like 1 per patch cycle, or it's just not in sync with patch cycles, which I think is also annoying for them to work with.
I mean, they could introduce like Tomestone type mounts, so they have like a theme. That would make it maybe easier. They just have color variations. Like the birds, like the dogs.
The issue is that they made Tomestone themed accessories for freaking Heaven on High.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's true. That. They were cool.
They are cool. I really like them.
The monkey's paw here, though, is that the first Tomestone mount will be the Laurel Gubu. Oh, and you'd also be able to get the...
just putting old shit in there?
No,
the Jester's like set gear and all that shit. It has to
be new stuff, I think.
It really has to be new.
It has to be new stuff, or it has to be stuff that's very difficult or expensive to obtain.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Like Eureka mounts.
Yeah.
That would be pretty decent.
I mean, it would be fun if they did like mounts that had like a theme. So they're existing mounts in the game, but because we're now it's Christmas, so you get Saintsmas.
That would be nice.
That's Mundus. Starlight
a
themed.
A Gubu with a wreath on its head.
Yes, the laurel wreath Gubu.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot they can do, and it is possible.
They can do the Christmas pudding Gubu.
Christmas pudding. We already have.
We haven't actually had that as a mount.
I actually really like this idea. Is that, I mean, once per month, like to tie in. This would make seasonal events so much better. If they did like get to like rank 4 and you get like shoes. Rank 10, you get a minion, and at rank like 25, you get a mount, like something like that for like each of the seasonal events.
Yeah.
I would love that. People would hate that because people hate having to do anything.
Well, that's what he needs to turn around.
I understand what you mean, Mela, because you were one of the people that did the Yokai Watch event the first time around.
Me too.
Just like Lakil.
Fuck off, Lakil. You didn't even do it the second time round.
Yes, I did. I did it for the first time, just like you.
You waited till like the 4th or 5th time they brought that back.
People can track when you got achievements, Lakil.
Yeah. Well, no, I've hidden it. I've hidden my achievement.
So you're ruining the statistics for Lucky
No,
Banshee.
I'm not. It's because I like my privacy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So.
The battle pass that gives you bicolor gems, or The Tomestones could be bi-colored gem rewards or something.
If they need two things, they need alternate ways to get bi-colored gemstones and alternate ways to get allied seals.
100%.
The most difficult of hunter rewards to receive.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Even as of now, if you want allied seals, you either need to do a Realm Reborn hunts, or you need to do Blue Mage content.
Yeah, what's that about? Why did they switch to Centurio and then never add any new one? Oh no, they added Sacks, didn't they?
Yeah, we had Sacks of Nuts. We've actually had Sacks of Nuts for 3 expansions. Yeah. So I thought that we were going to have Sacks of Nuts for 2 expansions the same way we did for Centurio seals, but no, they've just kept the nuts going.
I don't like the nuts.
Nuts for days. I don't like the nuts either. I think it's not very...
It's stupid.
I don't like the idea of carrying around so many nuts.
Yeah. A Centurio seal is like a token of how good you are. This is a sack of nuts.
Yeah.
Well, I think the other infuriating thing about the sacks of nuts is that they transcend, like, worlds. Like, they exist across shards.
Yeah. God.
I mean, we got conned into getting the first nuts, like the first time around, but just by a Moogle because he wanted free nuts.
That's true.
For Clan Nutsy. But now it's like, what are we doing? We need to calm ourselves down on the nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
You can't make me believe, well, apparently you can, that, like, the primary method of encouraging people to go hunting in Sharlayan are sacks of nuts.
Bearing in mind that this hunt isn't necessarily going and catching a rabbit. This is going and killing some of the most dangerous enemies on the planet right now.
Yeah.
That are roaming freely, threatening the world. You're going to kill them. Oh, congratulations on killing, like, Valigarmander. Here's 112 sacks of nuts. They just thrust them at you.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, it is good. I mean, I hope this is not the first time he's said that there's, like, change coming to 14, and I'm starting to believe that this isn't just like, oh, we're gonna.
I think there's an honest effort there.
Empty words.
Yeah, I think there's something behind this, and I think, and this is a man that has done this before. He did remake 1.0 into a Realm Reborn, so this is someone who knows what to do
in 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, very impressive turnaround.
This isn't just so if this is true, then the meme that we've been keeping alive, that 8.0 is when the game gets good again, might actually ring true. If there is a time for them, like, I'm not expecting a patch to be when they actually do it. They might do this
gradually. It has to be an expansion.
But major change has to happen in an expansion, I think. I
mean, I think we're seeing threads of it now since 7.3.
Yeah.
There's definitely been a marked increase in things we're gaining from, rewards and stuff.
Yeah, the reward
definitely
is noticeable.
And Dawntrail's combat has been exceptional.
Yeah.
Compared to previous expansions.
Yes.
Yes. So definitely,
I think I can see that it's very difficult to improve everything in a game all at once, rather than gradually for something that is a live service in the same way that an MMO is.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we did Chocobo racing yesterday, and that hasn't improved since inception.
Yes, that's true.
And that's obvious.
Yeah, but they made us do that.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's signpost them to one of our jankiest pieces of content. And I liked it, actually. I quite enjoyed it.
3 Lord of Dominion matches.
Yeah. Well, see...
Lord of Dominion is very impressive.
It is impressive. It's shit.
Exactly.
It's shit, but Gold Saucer in general suffers a lot from the same issue that a lot of other content in this game has. Is like the rewards for doing the content is not very good. For completing a Chocobo race, you get like 250 MGP. Like it's not.
And they don't add MGP rewards until like an expansion.
It's not about the MGP. You don't race Chocobos for the MGP. You race Chocobos to create the perfect eugenics project. It speaks to me, to be honest. And yet, it's a system I've never touched.
Right.
You're so right, though, Yogi. The thrill of the race is much more important than the rewards. When the Blue Baroness crossed the finish line yesterday, first place, the euphoria I felt was almost impossible to describe.
Yeah.
When I saw all of the other chocobos with their heads flapping in the air, panting, barely able to sustain their life, and I was just whizzing past them all. Oh my god, it felt so good.
Yeah.
I won't bring up my chocobo's name.
No. I think that's fine.
I actually really enjoyed playing Chocobo Racing again, just like as a one-off. Though it was nice to get,
I think there's lots of systems in this game that are fun once.
Once.
Yeah.
I know that you trying to play like
not Mahjong though.
Not Mahjong. Well, Mahjong is an actual like full like that's Mahjong. Like you can't really.
You can't make it fun.
That's quite another path I was going down. But
that's what you'll have to do for your MogTomes in 2 weeks' time.
Oh God, no!
That's going to be a miserable Monday.
Yeah, the Chocobo racing system is good in theory, but they put it on rails, and the delay is insane in that. Like the input delay is crazy.
Delay?
You have to.
I didn't even notice.
What's delay?
You have to jump like 100 feet before the item in the air, and it's insane. But it's a strange system.
The fact that they thought that putting items in the air was even a thing they should consider for this game mode is an insane decision.
Yeah. But yeah,
and it's such a shame because there's so much possibility to have expanded it, like to have had maps outside of the 3 original starting regions.
Yeah,
we're never getting off Sigourney Road.
Thankfully, they're finally starting to do that with Air Force One, even though it's taken 2 expansions. I don't know, when did we first get Air Force One?
I don't even remember. It's been so long. But
it was a good day though. It was good the first time.
I don't mind Air Force One. In fact, I enjoyed doing it quite a lot when it first released, but there's only so many times I can do the 3 variations of traveling through the gold saucer on a tiny airplane.
Yeah.
Every time I do Air Force One, though, I kind of, because I know where all the positions will be.
Yeah.
I like doing like the really quick fire. Like,
I agree. Yeah. There's fun to be had in it. I just can't keep doing it over and over again.
There's fun to be had in it, guys. But
you think that's bad? As the world's #1 fan of Kuffer, that hasn't been expanded for the longest time. Where are some new curs for me to cuff?
What do you want from it? I don't know.
Curs. I don't know. I wanted to do new versions of that type of super mini game. Though.
It's nothing like getting a full score on Kuffer and earning 50 MGP. Whoa! I did it!
Are there any other systems from 1.0 Likiel that you think could be repurposed into gold source mini games?
The fishing system. That didn't make it over.
How did fishing work in 1.0?
It had like a bobber mechanic for the I don't it's escaping me now, but like I just see the little bobber. I hated fishing. I fished once in 1.0
and my computer out the window.
Yeah. Basically. And I just didn't want to ever touch it again, but that is a system that
Yoshi-P
could work.
Yoshi-P. You've got the perfect foundation for a future Make It Rain event.
Yeah.
Give us a 1.0 fishing minigame machine.
Yes.
That would be nice.
It'll be like...
Wasn't Kuffer the 1.0 fighting system? For combat?
Yes.
Let us bring back throwing rocks.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That would be nice.
Throwing rocks and just bring back like Disciple of a Hand and Land gameplay. Just make it possible.
Combat.
Yeah, let's start the game as that. Do MSQ. Just put back the parlay system.
They're summoning Ifrit. Oh, what do you want me to do?
It's such a shame that parlay is exclusive to the toy box. They could have done more with parlay.
No, they couldn't.
I played parlay today.
Back. No, thank you. God damn, I hated that shit. They could definitely bring the fishing minigame into the Gold Saucer as like the kids game, where you have the little fishing rod and the little plastic fish biting.
That would be fun.
I went fishing at FanFest with Rollo. I got more points. I fished better fish.
I bet he hated that.
I had to process that because I thought you were actually out fishing real fish, and you were counting it as
be
points.
A better fisher than I.
On the Thames.
On the Thames, the beautiful fish of the Thames.
Blinky.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go. Yoshi-P has big plans for 14. That's
I'm
good to know.
excited for the concept, but I don't think we'll hear anything about it until next year. So.
No.
I don't know when you'd have the opportunity to do this, but I want you to one day make a thumbnail that just has lies of P, but as Yoshi-P.
That's good.
Oh, yes. Well, we have to catch him in a lie. Maybe,
yeah, I know that's the problem, because we don't know if this is a lie yet or not.
No,
this man never lies.
When 8.0 comes out and it's not perfect and fixed everything,
best jobs ever.
We get the lies of P thumbnail, okay? Okay.
You also now need to do remnants of a realm or something on 1.0 fishing.
I think you could make a remnants of a realm on every Realm Reborn dungeon that's been changed, to be honest.
There's so much for you to do, Nikhil.
There is a lot I can do. I'm currently
fishing,
still working on...
mentioned it.
I'm working on Eureka still. I think I covered fishing briefly in Fallen Rise. So it might
I think you
have been
did.
in there, but I think
in Fallen Rise, maybe.
Or Roar, I don't remember. It's one of the series. It's in there somewhere. Which I think I literally just go, this is what fishing looked like. I'm not talking about it.
That's not good enough. Yeah, that's not good enough.
That sounds so familiar to me. I think that is actually what you did.
Yeah.
But if it's this super weird, like, esoteric system, and if you can still access it and make it work,
I can.
It would be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wouldn't, I don't know. Maybe it's actually really boring, but...
It is really boring. I mean, it was... Let's just say Fisher was...
Is it boring or is it frustrating?
Both. It's both. Somehow both. So, yeah. Anyway.
Tanaka's vision.
Tanaka's vision is dead. Okay. That's it then. We'll be back. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Remember to follow on our socials, SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersXIV, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in chat if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, links in the description. If you're watching live, we're going into the post show, so make sure you catch that. We'll be answering questions from the syndicate. And I think that'll be all. See you there. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.